think that the reason why, and I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning, the reason why I think they kept trying to dismiss and draw it out, obviously they have, somewhat unlimited funds, right? They can just kind of drag these kind of cases out forever. And obviously I don't, I have to stop the bleeding at some point. And I feel like that's what they were doing, initially with trying to withdraw and then, trying to constantly trying to dismiss, is they were just trying to drain our funds and wear us out. And eventually they pretty much did. I mean, that was pretty much it. It came to a point where it was like, okay, well, I either got to dismiss, let them off the hook, or like you said, I can say I was happy with the outcome, period, and take my $100 and walk. And that just was never going to happen. I will. Is there anything that you want to say else with this? Otherwise, we'll put this to bed and we'll move on with America.
No. I think we did a good job explaining, the reasons why the decisions were made not to settle. And I think that at the end of the day, if this ever happens again, we need to use more in our arsenal and not just kind of utilize the very clear violations of law, i.e. the Fourth Amendment, but start looking at, the lesser known statutes and areas of government protections on government officials. Because the Constitution is a document that guarantees citizens protections from the government. The Constitution doesn't protect you against other individuals. It protects you against the government mostly. It allows the government to be restrained. It is a restraint on government. It isn't really what most people believe it is. It is to tell the government what they can and cannot do. And there's rules around that limit them. And I think that the more people know that document is in place to limit the authority of government, and when we start seeing it as that document, the document that limits government more than the document that provides rights, we start to use it as the document that limits government officials' actions. And I think that moving forward, people need to use that and bring suits and sue government officials to attempt to undermine their liberties. And if they aren't sure if they have a violated liberty or if a government have to overstep their authority, I think it's very smart for them to go on the computer. There's hundreds of websites that can, give you a basis or an idea of whether or not your rights are being infringed. And if you think that they might be, it's worth it to set up a consultation. Most law firms offer free half-hour, 1 hour legal consultations. Give them a call. Call your local attorney. Go down to the courthouse. Ask the court attorney of the day if they have a business card. Those individuals are donating their time down there, so they're more than happy to donate a little bit of time to see the community as a whole, be protected from, the tyrannies of injustice. And I think that people need to remember this moving forward and not just sit back down on their couch and say, okay, I'll stay in the house. Okay, I'll give up my right to go outside. Okay, I won't cross state lines. Okay, I won't go to the beach. Okay, I want to protect my grandma and my neighbor. It isn't about protecting your grandma or neighbor. It isn't about not being able to go to the beach. It's about these individuals do not have the legal authority to tell you to stay in your house. They do not have the legal authority to tell you your business can't open. They don't have the legal authority to tell you can't go fishing down at the beach. They don't have these authorities. We are America. We live and breathe freedom. We are the last vegetable on earth that has the ability to be protected by a document of over 225 years that exists for the sole purpose of protecting liberties and limiting government authority and overreach. And until people start using that document to protect themselves, their businesses, their neighbors, their families, the document is becoming weaker and weaker, and we cannot allow that to happen. And brave, awesome men like yourself take advantage of that document, use that document to fight against the overreach of government, and we need more people to do that. And although we didn't get the outcome that we wanted in this situation, we raised awareness. And even if 3 people watch this podcast and decide if it happens again, they're going to contact a lawyer, that's 3 more. And maybe that turns into 9 in the next time. And maybe that turns into 18 after that. Right. And hopefully, if it continues to happen, then we now have hundreds and thousands of people that are going to say, no, not today. You did it to me once and never again.
That's me. It ain't going to ever happen again, Anthony. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that I'll ever allow that to happen again. Absolutely not.